Hey guys, I hope that I'm live right now. If you guys are able to listen to me properly, as well as there's no issues with the audio or the video, please do let me know. Hey guys, I hope that I'm live right now. If you guys are able to listen to me properly, as well as there's no issues with the audio or the video, please do let me know, guys. Hello everyone. Good evening. Good evening. Hello everyone. Am I audible? Please do let me know. No issues. Okay, that's great. So, how is everybody doing today? How was your day, guys? Hey, everybody. How was your day today, guys? Please do let me know. I'm fine, RBLM. Thank you so much for asking. DSA kills, but you have to do DSA. You don't have any option, okay? Right now we don't have any plans for Linux, okay? But yeah, if many of the students are uh, like expecting it, then yes, we will definitely plan for it in the future, okay? Hectic day, so for me as well. Okay, boring like always today. Okay, that's great. No, not great, but yeah, most of the days are really boring. Good. Any plans for blockchain? So actually, yes, we are planning for blockchain boot camps as well as training programs as well. Currently, we are in talks with companies for like their hiring and everything. So once we have got enough requirements from the companies, we will definitely start the same as well, because we only start something if and only if there are a lot of hiring opportunities available and we are able to get students placed. So once that has been there, then we are planning to start for blockchain as well. Okay, hustling as always. Okay, do we need bootstrap video? Others will definitely plan for bootstrap as well. Okay, don't worry about it. BioPython, no, Diblina, we are not going to do that. Again, very a niche topic right over there. But yeah, we'll definitely plan for doing that as well. Any plan for Unity and Unreal Engine? No, not as of this particular point of time. Okay. Is React enough? No, Utkarsh, of course not. Okay. Got our Node and Merge. So we are planning out a backend web development bootcamp as well. Around 26th, I think. So we'll be having a bootcamp on backend as well. Let's see how that goes on. So Django bootcamp, please. Django again, not a good technology to learn right now. If you want to go into full stack, I will definitely suggest Merge Stack itself. Okay. What should I learn to become a data scientist or a data analyst? First of all, a data scientist needs at least 2 years of experience as a data analyst. So I think so you are a fresher, so I will definitely suggest you to focus upon a data analyst or a data engineering position. For that, start with Python, build towards a bit of, let's say, NumPy, Pandas, Matplotlib, Seaborn, understand data mining, data like gathering, data cleaning, data pre-processing, all these steps. Once I've done that, learn statistics, learn SQL. After doing that, go into a bit of machine learning. So there are 18 machine learning algorithms and 6 deep learning algorithms that are there. So you should be familiar with the mathematics, their implementation using just Python, and also application on real life projects. So I think so that should be more than sufficient for data analyst or data engineering positions. Okay. what is the difference between JavaScript and TypeScript? So TypeScript is a another language that is there, that is like very similar to JavaScript. There's the only difference is the oops concepts and everything are much more implemented inside of TypeScript. Okay, so TypeScript is a like eased off version of JavaScript itself. You can think about it in that way. Of course, there are two different languages. Okay, it's but the appearance, the use of stuff in both the languages are almost the same. Okay, bootcamp for lab. So MATLAB isn't, I think, so something that students are interested in right now because it's not required in the industry. So yeah, please launch MLOps course. It's so useful. That's a great advice. We are actually working upon it. So we have started working upon a course that includes like MLOps, big data. Then you are having Streamlit, Dask. You are having ML pipelining, AutoML, MXNet. So we have started about creating the entire thing. It will Terraform and everything else. So it will take some time, but yeah, we will be able to do it. Okay. Is JavaScript needed for React.js? Of course, JavaScript is needed for React.js. Okay. Is it enough to get a job if I learn HTML, CSS, Bootstrap, JavaScript, and React? No other Pandey. Like, it's not actually. Okay, but we'll be discussing about it. Don't worry about it. Okay. Is there bootcamp on data science? Yes, we are going to have a bootcamp on data science as well. I think so. That has been up on our website. Let me just check the events. So these are the next two boot camps that we have scheduled as of this particular point of time. The HTML CSS boot camp, in which we'll be focusing upon making a Facebook clone, and the Python and data science boot camp. Both of them are going to start from the 7th of August itself. So if you guys are interested in the same, you can register yourself from our website devtown.in/events. You will be able to, you just have to just register yourself from right over there. You can also look at some of our previous boot camps that we have made up till this point of time. But yeah, the next two boot camps that we have scheduled for 7th August, you can definitely register yourself for the same as well. Okay. Okay. What basic thing is needed for a job? Knowledge. A lot of knowledge. Okay, so for IT sectors, data structures, algorithms, computer programming. Then if you're going into full stack web development, then you should be familiar with MERN stack, you should be familiar with DevOps, you should be familiar with cloud computing, and how to integrate those technologies with each other. That is what you need to learn. Any plans for Angular, Sagita? Not right now, because yeah, we might create a pre-recorded program for Angular at a later point of time, but I don't think so. We'll be doing it as of this particular point of time itself. What's the difference between React.js and React Native? So React.js is basically used for creating web applications, websites that you're using, whereas React Native is usually made for native applications. Let's say Android apps, iOS apps, watch apps, so your smartwatch apps, you are having VR apps. That is where React Native is being used. Okay. Piyush Dvedi. I know MERN, DevOps, and cloud. Can I get a job? If you really know that, contact me. Okay. I don't know about a job or anything like that, but I might be able to help you guys, help you out, Piyush. Okay. So definitely reach out to me on my LinkedIn. Just reach out to me on Instagram. Okay. I hope that Piyush, you have my Instagram ID. I've shared with you guys. Have I shared with you guys my Instagram ID? Please do let me know. So Piyush, if you have my Instagram ID, do reach out to me and I will help you out with something if there's something available. Okay. Okay. Is there a boot camp on cybersecurity? So we had a boot camp on ethical hacking and cybersecurity previously as well. We will be planning about the same in the future. We haven't thought about it, but yeah, definitely. Sorry if it sounds bad. No issues in that, Soumyadeep. I'm here to like clear doubts. There's no issues in that. But does the certificate we gather really effective until we have field experience? So Soumyadeep, this is a very good question that many people ask me about. Like, what is the trade-off between certificates and like getting into an interview? And are this any certificate at any point of time worthy for there? So let me tell you about a small story about me. So there's a like a Google certificate that costs you about like 75,000 to basically just give the examination itself for ML engineer. So I took like the aim of like completing that certification and itself. So we started working upon the same. I started learning, I started preparing. So that certification is basically you have to give an exam. If you pass that exam, you get the certificate. There's no course, there is no nothing like that. Okay, it's just a syllabus has been given to you. You have to prepare for it. You have to give an exam. That exam costs 75,000 when you're giving it. And then every time that you want to read, if you are failing at that exam, you have to redo it. And every time that you're redoing it, it costs you about 25,000 more. So the first exam I failed. I balled it pretty badly. And well, I gave 25,000 more. I sat for the next examination. I cracked it. I got that certificate for ML engineer. And that certificate is shit. Okay, if I don't have the knowledge, if I don't have the skill set, okay, it's not experience that is needed for certifications, it's the knowledge that you have in that field. So for example, if I'm going to into an interview and I just paid somebody else to get that certificate for me, they will look at the certificate. The interviewers will look at the certificate. They will start asking me questions. If I'm not able to answer the questions properly, they will think that every single certificate in my resume is fake and I don't know shit about anything. Okay, so whatever certificates have value if and only if you guys have the right knowledge associated with those certificates as well. Okay, so please remember this: certifications have value if and only if, okay, you guys have the correct knowledge associated with that. It's 75,000. Okay. uh is there any boot camps or data structures and algorithms? Aditi, we were just having two boot camps. One was Java and arrays, and the other one was C++, arrays, and linked lists. So we are currently having these boot camps, and the future as well. Definitely, we will be having more number of boot camps as well. Okay, on data structures and algorithms, we have done it. We will be doing it in the future as well. Okay. Is learning HTML and CSS must after learning JavaScript? Yes, if you want to get into web development, the basics is HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. You have to do that. Okay. Okay. Is there a boot, guys? I don't like. I'm not feeling the blues today to teach. I'm pretty tired today. So if you guys want, like, yes, of course, I will be teaching you guys if that's what you want. Otherwise, if you want to talk, we can just talk about anything that you want. If you want me to just share the attendance and just get over with the class, that is what we can do. So like, it's totally up to you. Like, I'm really fucking tired today. I don't know why. I think so. My coffee got over at my house, and without coffee, I'm all like, so without coffee, I'm usually like a ghost in that inside the entire house. Like anybody who will poke me, I will like fuck you. Like I will just beat the crap out of you or something like that. So like I need to get some more coffee. Okay. RHCSA and RHCE certificates is helpful for industry or not? Can you tell me? Piyush Dwivedi, like I said again and again, your knowledge and your skill sets are important, not certifications. Okay. In some instances, yes, certificates are important, but that goes into like ECE, not for IT sectors. In IT, you need to focus upon like getting good projects, getting good like recommendations, at least getting some like internships or something like that if you know about it or something like that. So yeah. Rust is also a great language. Okay, Rust, Ruby, Ruby on Rails. You should like, if that's a small niche, of course. Like not a lot of developers are there, not a lot of job opportunities are there, especially like just taking up Rust into like consideration. But yeah, cloud or web dev, which is best nowadays? Right now, per see Punit, the barrier between the two have been blurred pretty much. Now, it has become a necessity that if you're learning web dev, you should be knowing cloud computing as well, not the other way around. So, cloud computing nowadays, according to my knowledge, if you are learning web dev, you have to do cloud computing. You don't have an option. Okay. Shit. There's a lot of messages that are coming up. Okay. Okay, so let's get started with the lecture itself. Okay. Let me open up page right over here. Inspect console. Okay, so yesterday we can somebody revise what we have learned in our yesterday's class? Can somebody remind what we have learned in our yesterday's class, guys? Please do let me know. We learned about variables, we learned about alert, we learned about prompt, var. Okay, great. So today what we are going to see is there's a big problem with using console. Okay, for example, I want to write three like statements, okay, three lines of code together and run it together itself, as you're able to see. For example, alert, okay, and then we are having hello world. Let's say, let's first have hello. As soon as I'm pressing enter to go into the next line, it automatically runs my code. As you're able to see, as soon as I'm pressing enter to go into the next line, it runs my code directly. If I want to write multiple lines of code inside of my alert, if I want to write multiple lines of code inside my alert, all I have to do is click on shift and then enter, okay, to go to the next line. Again, unlike just pressing enter and going into the next line, in console, if you want to write more number of lines of code, you have to click on shift and then enter. Then you can write the next line, for example, alert, and then world right over here. Okay, so this is how you will be able to write multiple lines of code. Okay, you have to press shift and enter to go to the next line of code itself, and whenever you press enter, you will be able to run your code. So you are getting hello as the first alert and then world as the second alert. Now this becomes a huge problem. For example, you are writing like 50, 60, 100 lines of code, and by mistake, okay, by mistake you press enter out there, all your code is gone. Okay, whatever was the entire progress, it will just run and it will give you errors and all those kind of stuff, and you never want that. So there is another solution to this. Okay, we are going to say like there are two more solutions. We are going to see the second solution. Will be starting out with the React. Okay, when we'll be starting our coding in React, we'll be using a proper ID and everything. But right over here inside, except the console, okay, we don't want to write our code in console. We want to write multiple lines of code together. For that, what we can do is we can go to sources. So instead of going into console, they're in console elements and then sources right over here. So you can go to sources from this double arrow on the left hand side. So do not do this along with me. Okay, listen to what I have to say. You will be able to understand it pretty much. Okay, this is a video, you can just watch it again, so don't worry about it. You can go to sources, you can click on this particular double arrow on the left hand side. Are you guys able to see this double arrow on the left hand side, guys? Please let me know. Are you guys able to see this double arrow on the left hand side? Please do let me know, guys. Are you guys able to see this double arrow on the left hand side, guys? Please do let me know. So click on this double arrow, select snippets from that. You are having page, file system, overrides, content scripts, and then there is snippets. Okay, click on snippets. It will open this particular page up for you. Then click on create new snippet or new snippet. Okay, just click on this particular new snippet from right over here. Once you click on this new snippet, as you're able to see, you are getting script snippet 10 right over here, as you're able to see. Okay, just rename it as anything, maybe like shaurya.js. just make sure that whatever you are naming it, it has the extension of .js at the end. Okay, whatever that you want to name it, you can name it as anything, just put up .js at the end. Basically you are creating a JavaScript file. Okay, you are creating a JavaScript file inside of which you are going to write all your JavaScript code. Now this is a file that is getting saved inside your browser itself. Okay, we will be using an IDE later on, so you don't have to worry about it. This is just so that you guys are able to explain it. Okay, guys are able to understand it. Okay, so now inside of this sorter.js, you can write any number of lines of code, just like you are using a normal Word doc. Okay, whenever you are using a normal Word doc, similar to that, you can write your code inside of here. Okay, just remember that the extension should be .js because this is a JavaScript file. So for example, I want to write alert, so let's say prompt. And then what is your name? Okay, then the next line of code I can write it as alert. Hi, name. How are you? Okay, I can create a variable right over here. Var name is equals to prompt. What is your name right over here? Okay, and as you're able to see, I just write my entire code, whatever I want to write. I will just press on Control S to save my code inside this file. I just press on Control S to save my code inside this file itself, and then I can click on this Control plus Enter. Okay, I can click on this particular play button down the middle of the page itself. Guys, are you able to see this particular button that you are able to see? Run snippet, Control plus Enter. Okay, are you guys able to see this? Please do let me know. Are you guys able to see this? Please let me know. Shweta, if you are late in the class, you can rewind it back and watch it again if you have not listened to me properly. Okay, there's nothing that I've explained right over here. I've just shown how to open up snippets inside sources. That's it. Okay, so just click on this particular Control plus Enter, or you can just click on Control Enter as well. That's totally up to you. So it will run this for all the code that you have in this file. It will just run it for you at once. Okay, so you are having what is your name? So I press Shaurya. We are getting the alert as well. Hi Shaurya, how are you? Okay, so instead of just using your console where you were able to write single lines of code at any point of time, you can use sources where you can create a file, or you can name it as anything. You can write your code peacefully inside this file, and then later on, whenever you are done with it, you can just press on the you can either click on Control Enter, or you can press on the button to run this particular entire file. Okay, are you guys able to understand this? Please do let me know. Are you guys able to understand this? Please do let me know, guys. Are you guys able to understand this? Please do let me know, guys. Awesome. So now we'll start learning about functions itself. Okay, now we'll start learning about functions. See, let's say that you are living with me. Okay, you are at my house. I tell you guys to like just make a boiled egg for me. So what will be the process? What I can do for you is I can tell you to just like stand up, go to the kitchen, switch on the burner, put the lighter on, the flames will come up, then put a kettle on top of it, pour some water, bring it to boil, put some teaspoons of salt inside of it, put some eggs inside of it, wait for 5 minutes, switch off the burner, take out the eggs. Okay, put it up inside of cold ice water, peel it off after 1 minute, cut it into two halves, put some salt and some pepper, put it on a plate, bring it back to me. Okay, so I can just tell you this entire process that you have to follow. Or the second thing that I can tell you is go and make some eggs. That's it. Go and make some eggs. So the very first time, if you don't know how to make an egg, I will be telling you guys all these steps. But from the second time, whenever I will be like, I want you guys to make an egg for me, I will just tell you to just go and make a boiled egg for me. That's it. Okay, so this particular thing is the same as functions in programming. Okay, instead of telling you every single time what to do step by step, I can combine all those steps and put it inside a word, just like a variable. You have all the data that you want to have, you assign a nickname to that particular data. The same way, all the steps that you want to do, all the things that you wanted to do, okay, you can put all that code inside a particular nickname, and that is basically called as functions in programming languages. Are you guys able to understand this? Please do let me know. We'll be looking at it from a code perspective as well, but on a high level overview, are you guys able to understand that? Please do let me know, guys. Are you guys able to understand this? Please do let me know, guys. Okay, great. So for example, let us take this particular example itself. We are taking in a name, that is var, what is your name? Var name is equals to prompt, what is your name? And then we are creating an alert. For example, every single time a particular person comes to your website, you want to take his name and you want to show an alert saying that, hi Shaurya, how are you? Okay, you want to do this. Let's call it as greeting. Okay, so to create a function, so we will be creating this. So every time a particular person is coming to your website, you don't want to write these two lines of code again and again. Okay, you don't want to write these two lines of code again and again. So you want to assign a variable, or you want to assign a nickname to this particular two lines of code, so that every time you want these two lines of code to run, you just call that nickname up. Okay, to be able to do that, let's create our very first function. To create a function in JavaScript is very easy. Okay, what you have to do is you have to write function, the name of the function, so let's call it as greeting. Okay, let's call it as greeting. The a parenthesis, what we have to put in the parenthesis, I will be telling you after some time. Okay, so and then the two lines of code that you want to have inside this nickname, you just put it inside this particular function. That's it. This is how you are able to create a function. Okay, this is how you are able to create a function, as simple as that. Okay, you write function just like creating a variable. Okay, you are having var, that is basically you are creating a variable. The name of the variable, let's say name is equals to, and then whatever value that you want it to contain. Okay, in the exact same way you create a function as well, but instead of it containing a value, it is containing some lines of code. Okay, it is containing some lines of code. So it is as simple as that. So you're creating a function called as greeting that contains these two lines of code. But if I'm running this particular code, if I'm saving this and running this particular code, you are able to see nothing happens. I'm not getting any prompt, I'm not getting any alert. Why is that the case? Okay, because let's say that this is Goku. Okay, this is shit, so he came out. Let's say that this is Goku right over here. You want Goku to do, so first of all I'm introducing you to Goku. So this is Goku from Dragon Ball Super, and he's an awesome character. I fucking love him, and he saves the galaxy on multiple occasions and blah 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 blah. So I gave you a good introduction about him. Now you know about him. This is what you have done right over here. You created a function, you told that okay, this is what the function does. Okay, so that is what you are doing right over there. So the same thing I'm doing it right now as well. But will Goku do anything for you? No. Until and unless you ask Goku, okay, you call Goku like, okay, Goku, save me from, let's say, Majin Buu, or save me from Beerus. Okay, you have to tell like Goku, you have to call Goku at a later point of time that do something for me. Okay, so here you are just defining. Okay, you are just defining the function in these two lines. In this lines of code, you are just defining the function itself. Okay. To be able to use that function, you have to call it. Okay, you have to call that function. To call a function, it's very simple. You have to just write greeting, then parenthesis, and then semicolon. That's it. That is how you are able to call the function to do something. Okay, that don't be a fucking pussy, do something right over here. Okay, so this is called as declaring a function. Okay, where you declare the function that okay, this is the name of the function, this is what it does right over here. And this is called as calling the function itself. This is called as calling the function that okay, now this function will execute. Okay, so anytime you want this function to happen, you will just write greeting and parenthesis, and that function will get executed. Okay, so if you are running this particular piece of code again, you are able to see now we are getting a prompt and we are getting hi Shaurya, how are you, back again. Are you guys able to understand this? Please do let me know, guys. Are you guys able to understand this? Please do let me know. Are you guys able to understand this? Please do let me know, guys. Yeah, Tushar, it's not cartoon, it's anime. Okay. Are you guys able to understand this? Please do let me know. Okay, great. Now just think about it as a party. Okay, just think about so for example, let's say that okay, let me just think about it. Mhm. I need to think about a good example right now. So let me just think. Okay, let's take up Naruto right now. So this is Naruto right over here. This is your new function called as Naruto. Now you want Naruto to save you from, let's say, pain. Okay, so pain is a villain in Naruto. You want him to save you from pain itself. Now Naruto has a big nine-tailed fox that is associated with him. Okay, he usually uses the power of the nine-tailed fox to be like to fight basically. Otherwise, without that, he's just like he's the normal kid. Okay, he can't do shit right over there. Okay, so for example, so you want Naruto to save you from pain, so you will call Naruto up. Okay, you will call Naruto up, but you need to provide him with something. Okay, he will not do it for free. He is from the Leaf Village. Okay, he's not going to do that for free for you. Okay, you need to pay him something. Okay, you need to give him something so that he's able to buy all the different katanas and all the different tools and techniques that he needs to be able to defeat pain. Okay, so let's take that into accommodation. The same thing you have to give to functions as well. Anything that the function might need or might need to use inside of it, okay, you need to provide it to the function. For example, in this particular function, I want it to, let's say, your age is, and then plus age. Okay, so now this particular function, okay, maybe the user that was using your website came to your website and he had already put in up that, okay, my age is, let's say, 24. Okay, let's take up an example that my name is Shaurya, my age is 24. I've already provided that information to your website. Okay, I've just provided my age to your website beforehand itself. So why should I re-enter? Okay, every time that I'm coming to your website, why should I re-enter my age? Okay, I've already told you guys that I'm 24. So why should I put in my age again? Okay, so you don't want that user to like do that. Okay, you already have his age. Okay, his age is, let's say, 24. Okay, you want to use it. Okay, you want to say, hi Shaurya, your age is 24 right over here. Okay, so what you want to do right now is this particular function greeting will take in a parameter. Okay, will take in a parameter right over here, and that parameter is age. Okay, this function greeting will take in a parameter called as age inside of its parenthesis that it can use within the function itself, okay, so for example, right over here, as you're able to see, we have taken up age as the parameter that it needs to use inside the code. So you need to provide, so when you're calling that function, okay, now you know that the function takes in age as a parameter, so you need to call that function. When you're calling that function, you need to provide it with an age. Okay, when you're calling that function, you need to provide the function with an age as well. So right now, when you're calling the function greeting, you'll be providing it with the age 24. Okay, you will be providing it with the age 24 right over here. So let's save it, let's run the code. We are having Shaurya right over here, and as you're able to see, we are getting, hi Shaurya, your age is 24. So you are able to use the age right over there. Are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know, guys. Yeah, Aryan, I know that. I've also seen Baruto. But yes, in the initial days when it was just Sasuke, Baruto, at that point of time, like if he didn't add the nine-tailed fox inside of him, I don't know if he would have become the Hokage or something like that. Are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know, guys. Are you guys able to understand this? That if you want to use something inside the function, you need to provide it to the function itself. You can provide it anything. For example, with age, I want the address as well. Okay, I want to provide it with the address. So let's say Bangalore. Your age is the age, and then plus point you live in, and then plus address address. Okay, so I can even provide it with multiple parameters. So these are called as parameters. Okay, yeah, I'm provided with multiple parameters right over here. I can press on this control enter. What is your name? So Shaurya, and hi Shaurya, your age is 24, you live in Bangalore. Okay, so you can provide with it with as many parameters as you want. Okay, so that is the beauty of functions. Okay, you can create a function and use it. You can provide the function with something that it can use inside of its code itself. And the next thing that you, so for example, if I'm going back to my console, okay, if I'm going back to my console and I'm writing greeting, greeting, and then I'm putting up my age. So as you're able to see, this function takes in age and address. Okay, it's taking up age and address as its parameters. So I'm putting up my age as 24 and my city as, let's say, Bangalore. Over here, I'm running this. So as you're able to see, it is giving me the pop-up. Shaurya, hi Shaurya, your age is 24, you are living in Bangalore. But as soon as I'm running this, right over here, we are getting an undefined error. Okay, we are not an error, we are getting undefined inside our console. I'm so sorry, just ignore the word error. We are getting undefined inside our console right now. Okay, so this is a big problem. Not a big problem, like why is it there? Okay, we need to understand what this undefined is. Let's see about alert. If I'm writing an alert right over here, I'm writing an alert right over here. So alert is also an inbuilt function in Python. Okay, so it's an inbuilt function in Python. If I'm running, let's say alert 1 plus 2 right over here, I'm getting 12 in my alert. Okay, but I'm again getting undefined right now as well. What is but what about prompt? Okay, so prompt, prompt. Okay, prompt, what is your name? If I'm running prompt, that is also an inbuilt function in Python with in JavaScript with a parameter that is what is your name. Okay, so if I'm running this, I'm putting up something right over here. Instead of getting undefined, it is giving me back whatever the user has input. Okay, whatever the user has inputted right over there, it is giving that back to me. It's not undefined. Now why is that the case? This is due to the fact that some of the functions that you create have a return type as well. They return something back to you. So for example, like at the end, Naruto will just give you the head of pain or something like that. Otherwise, like he has just left the body and has just went home. So there are two types of functions. Some functions that return something back to you, and some functions don't return anything back to you. For example, the function that we created, greeting, it does not return anything back to you. It just takes something in, it does something, that's it. So if it is not returning anything back to the console, it is showing us undefined. That is, nothing is being returned back. Same goes with alert as well. When we create an alert, we get an alert, but nothing is returned back to you. But with prompt, whatever the user has input right over there, whatever the user has put up as an input inside our prompt, that is getting returned back to us. And hence we are not able to get undefined right over there, but actually something. Okay, so for example, right over here, if I want to create and return right over here as well, so for example, var dog age is equals to whatever the age of the person is divided by 1.5. Okay, so let's see that if I want to create the my age in dog years, I don't know how to calculate. I don't know the calculation. This is just something random right that I've done right over here. So dog age is equals to age divided by 1.5. Let's take up that this is the formula for calculating dog age. So I can just create a return of dog age right over here. Okay, so now my function, whenever it will run, it will return my age in dog years. That is, whatever the age that it will just divide it by 1.5 and will return that back to me. So for example, if I'm again going back to my console, if I'm again running our code, that is greeting 24 Bangalore. Okay, this time instead of getting undefined, we are going to get 16 printed out. That is 24 divided by 1.5. So that is getting returned back to us. So the function takes some inputs and it does something with it, and when it exists, that is when it is over, it returns a return gift back to you. And that is what return statement is, and that is what the undefined is. Are you guys able to understand this? Please do let me know, guys. Are you guys able to understand this? Please do let me know, guys. Are you guys able to understand this? Please do let me know. Are you guys able to understand this? Please do let me know, guys. Okay, great. So everything that you have studied up till now, okay, we are going to build on this from tomorrow onwards. Learning, first of all, tomorrow we'll be spending some time learning HTML. Okay, once HTML is done, then we are going to start immediately with React. Okay, we will not be giving more than 1 day to HTML. We don't want to waste our time. It is not required as well. Okay, so we'll be finishing up with HTML tomorrow, and then we are going to start off with React. Okay, this is everything that you need to know before starting React, because we are going to use exactly these stuff into React as well. If anything new that pops up into React in JavaScript, we will be explaining it to you guys as well. Are you guys able to understand everything up till now? Please do let me know, guys. Okay, great. Just one more thing, guys. Many of you haven't still subscribed to the channel. Almost 40% of you aren't still subscribed to the channel itself. So I'll please encourage you to like the video and subscribe to the channel. It really helps us a lot, and it's a really painstaking process to like create these classes every single day regularly. So I will really appreciate if you are able to do that. Also, for those who I said to contact me, please do contact me. It will be great to be able to talk to you as well. Okay, let me just create the, so today is day 3, I guess. Send link, shorten, copy, QR. See, with time, as you are changing profile, so I started working as a data analyst. Then I went into data scientist field. Then I went into full stack field. Then I went into machine learning engineer field. Then again changed back to software engineering field itself. So slowly and steadily, I learned almost every single field that is there. And my friends also were from different companies, so they also told me about various different stuff. When I was in college, I explored a lot, but that is a demerit that I had. Like, you shouldn't be doing that. You should be spending like a week or so exploring stuff, and then immediately whatever you have decided, start with that and go into a lot of depth into that technology. That should be something that you should be doing. Okay, that's great, Piyush. I will definitely talk to you on LinkedIn. Okay. Okay, so I've opened up the QR code, guys. You can take a screenshot and proceed with that itself. Okay. Okay, so thank you so much, guys. We'll meet tomorrow once again. Okay, and we'll continue from right over there. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you.